All right, all right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah. Coming this evening with a message. I am going to uh, upload videos, uh, not every day, but you're going to hear me say, I see. Okay? I see will be the title. This message also is titled, I see. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow you to enter therein what I see. I'm not concerned about what you think you see or what you do see. Okay. All I'm concerned about is what I see and what I seen and what I see. So I'm gonna start uploading videos regarding that title. I see. And it's going to cover everything that's going on in the world. And the reason why I'm a bring it into a realm of the spirit to make it make sense. Okay. Because right now, what I see, it all makes sense. Okay. Had not it been for the spiritual realm, I couldn't make sense of it. Okay. But because of the spiritual realm, I can make sense of it. So I'm going to come to you today with a message I see. First and foremost, I want to say again, I've been off for a week or maybe two, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful to the Most High Yah for allowing me to be strong in that. Uh, if you all could only hear from, I say 20%. I believe it's 99%, but if you could just hear 20% of individuals who actually do videos, who have podcasts, and who has been dedicated years and years and years and years to where they can't even pull out, child, a day. It's an addiction. Don't think Satan didn't know that being on this devil platform is an addiction. And it's also a part of what individuals have sold themselves out to, and that's that mighty dollar. Okay, so that also brings in the ideal of their addiction. They can't take out a day, 2 days, 3 days, a week like Sister Deborah. I'm not addicted to nothing on this earth. I have addiction. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do have an addiction, but addicted to the ways of this world and the way of this platforms and YouTube, no. Instagram, no. Facebook, no. Uh, Twitter, no. Um, Patriot, Rumble, all of them, they are addicted to these platforms to where they would bring up so everything they're talking about is lies. What more do you expect out of them? They've been on here so long. They trying to make that dollar. They ain't gonna bring you no truth. Cause the truth ain't gonna bring them a dime. You see? So they gonna stick with what they can get on the earth, what is in the natural. So they have to feed you from that level. And they doing an excellent job. I can give it to them. They're doing an excellent job. And I don't have no problem with that. But Sister Deborah's gonna be I go in, I come out. I can do that. Like the last video, I should have, it's already up, but I haven't brought it to live. I mean, not to live, to YouTube yet, but it's a video I made, and I held it back, but it also talks about what the Father said to me when I was in the car after being off this platform for 3 days. Just reminding me, Deborah, it might seem like 3 days to you, but don't forget, baby, look at how many videos you are uploading. And I really feel good to have a connection with the Ruach. I really feel good about that because that's the only one going to assure me, going to comfort me and assure me that I'm where I should be. So when he went to telling me, yeah, but you upload on this new channel 76 videos, and when I don't know where that come from. I guess it was coming from when I said, "Oh, I've been off for 3 days." He wanted to assure me, don't let this platform make you nor break you. You make it, because I'm greater in you than this platform itself. Okay? So throughout the times like before, y'all is forever teaching me daily, daily. So at an hour, I'm serious, you guys. It's always something I learn. I learn something new all the time from the Holy Spirit. I got something in my, I guess that's that, I drunk that water too fast. But I come today with this message, and I want to say to you all that, yes, I've been off, and as you can see, you might can see the boxes. Sister Deborah is trying to transition, and I'm having such a hard time. Never in my living have I had such a hard time transitioning. And it's like, I ain't going to tell you what it's like, but it has been very hard, but not hard on my spirit, but on my body and mind, but the spirit is constantly reminding me when it's over, let me know what. But see, when you get from A to B, Deborah, then you be okay. You're just trying to get from A to B, you see. And it seems like it's a whole lot, but really it isn't. But mentally, it's taking a toll on me because I'm the type of person I am. I jump in it, wham, get it done, and next. But somewhere along the line, y'all, things ain't gonna be like it used to be. Oh no. So Sister Deborah have been trying to do a smooth transition, but it seems to be complicated, trying to get from A to B. But so much for that. I'm here today, and I'm here to drop a video. And this video again is I see. I want to bring you into a realm of what I see in the spirit realm, and then I'm going to bring you what I see in the spirit realm that's taking place in the natural realm. Okay. And I'm going to bring you right back to the spirit realm. Okay. But I want you to know that this ain't something Sister Deborah just telling you that's happening in the natural and going back, because, hey, let me tell you, Father, Yah, the I am that I am. Ahaya, let me tell you something. He has been on top of everything I think throughout this time I've been off, just assuring me. But didn't I teach you that? Didn't I tell you that? And I said, maybe because, again, like I said this several times, I would never have thought that I would be living in this day. I just wouldn't have thought. But I am grateful that he suffered me too. I guess he said, if I'm going to break this day down in you, surely I'll let you live to see it. Okay. So now it comes with something. It comes with long suffering and endurance, which 99.9 would never go through. Because the whole idea of long suffering and endurance on the spiritual realm is for selected people. It's not for everybody out there. I don't care if you're watching me. I don't care if you're hearing me. I don't care if you're seeing me. Long suffering and endurance is for an individual in whom Yah has assigned it to because of the mission, the work, the fruit in the spirit, and the labor that he has put upon them. See, a lot of people don't know nothing about that. Why? Because they cannot stand today. Stand up out of your chair and proclaim your work, your labor, You see, your fruit. They can. But they want to live a life to portray it. So let them live to the utmost. To the utmost. I see, I see, I see Judah in more trouble than Judah see himself. I see African Americans here in the United States of America beyond what they could see themselves. I am grateful for the long suffering and the endurance, because in it, with it, it brings along understanding and a form of comforting you because of what you're seeing. Well, we have touched the rim of Matthew's 24. We are in that, we are in, not like in the beginning, but we're in the middle stage of nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. That's what's going on. I would never have thought that I would see the day that fulfill Deuteronomy 28 to the utmost. The fulfillment of Deuteronomy 28. I, Sister Deborah, see it. I see Deuteronomy 28 mystery that has been hidden, but yet very clearly seen. That has been hidden, but yet in the opening. That has been hidden, but yet light have shined on it from the time in which it was released from heaven. I see the hurt and pain Judah is going to cause and have caused, not going to. You got to cut that out, Deborah. Cut that out. Don't tell them it's going. It's already happening. I see Isaiah 25. Isaiah 3 and 25. They shall die, Deborah, by the sword, even their mighty men. I see it. I see Deuteronomy 28 in game at its fullness. I am living to see it. You know how many times I say it's over, y'all? Judah gone. Judah is gone. It's over. Guess what, y'all? I see exactly how it is over. I see it. And guess what? It was always like he taught it to me. So it's not something that's different. It is the same. But just looking at the hand of the Father in all of this. Oh man, just looking at the right hand of the Father in all of this is what's very powerful to me. I would have never thought that I would live to see Judah being totally destroyed. I didn't think I would. Who would be 16 to 13% of the population believing that they're going to defeat, or they can defeat, let's say 57% of another population? I see not what we have heard, but I see Yah's hands being held back, that his word may be fulfilled. The battle that's been going on for quite a little while, y'all. But because we had 400 years to come to a conclusion where we come to the conclusion of where we are, why we're here, how do we get here, and how can we walk in a way or in the light that moves us out of the mindset of where we at. How can we do that? We didn't do it. We took the 400 years and did worse than we did over in the promised land. But listen to this. So I said, well, Father, is there anything in that could be just? Is there anything in it can be just? See, I can't play that on the Father. I can't use that on him. Don't go pulling up my just, because my justice, my righteous. My justice, my upright. Don't go pulling it. Because Judah is not entitled to it. You know what the Father told me? In time past, Deborah, when Judah was a number that couldn't defeat the other army, I always stepped in. That is so true. I got chills. Throughout time, even with Abraham, even with David, even with Solomon, he always stepped in. When Judah was a number that could not defeat the greater number. He always stepped in, but you know what I said? I said, hold up, Father, hold up, Father. I see, Father, yeah, I see. This time you ain't stepping in. He said, no, Deborah. My right hand is out of it. My right hand is not going to protect you and I. It's not coming to protect us. So while we thinking and we uplifting Judah and all this wickedness and evil that it continued 400 years doing, and we yet today continue supporting the wrong, never bringing Judah to the right. We always supporting the wrong. Y'all say, when nation against nation, Deborah, kingdom against kingdom. The Father said, this is the battle of the flesh, not the battle of the spirit. So Judah, you out there. There was a reason why they passed the gun law. So everyone can be entitled to have a weapon for this day. But guess what? Judah took their weapon and killed one another. It was better for them to kill their mother and their father, their children, their wives, their men, their brother. To where you got this other group over here. They've been saving their weapon. They've been building, preparing, and putting aside. I see Yah is not coming to help Judah in this. Judah is going to stand alone. I see African American men doing everything possible against what you call upright. what you call just. But I see how many others are coming up, identifying something's wrong with Judah. I see the right hand of the Father being held back in this battle. And Satan has taken full control. Judah, Yah is not coming for you. There's many things that must need be. In this tribulation, perilous time, the day of judgment, and the lawlessness in the land. I see them, the Europeans, actually, the Western and the Europeans actually doing wrong to the highest degree of unjust and evil. But yet, I see them making it right in the eyes of their European people. I see it. I see that the right hand of the Father, the Creator, will and shall not be in the center of nothing's going on, you guys. He's not going to come to stop anything. His hand is off. I see it. I see Deuteronomy over and over and over, and what I see it. I'm seeing this until they are destroyed. Hold up, Father, hold up. Until, Deborah, they are destroyed. Until they are destroyed. But Father, Judah denied that. But that's why. It's for them to see it, what they did not believe. Because there is something, let me get it right, Father. Let me take out that something. There is. There is darkness as it was yesterday. But today, no matter how dark it is, they're going to make it. They as people. Because what I see is what the Ruach has shown me, that one side is no greater than the other. One side, Deborah, is no righteous than the other. That's why my ram is in the bush, said the Most High Yah. You got people now, Judah, and you have African Americans, and you have Europeans, actually on this devil platform announcing that people, black people in this country, has a sickness, something wrong with them. This is what I see. I see how the pot is boiling over. I see not a Negro, black, Judah, the house of Israel, man standing on no level proclaiming anything that's righteous. They are embedded in everything under the sun that is consist of wicked and evil and darkness. And they don't have no problem. I see it. That when Deuteronomy 28 endgame kept saying to Sister Deborah, look, here it is. They shall be destroyed. They shall be destroyed. And until, what you mean until? They are destroyed. Let me give you one clip here. Isaiah chapter 3. I try to cover many times about Judah understanding what they are doing out here and how they are conducting themselves. You couldn't get to them. You can't get to them now. But now I understand. This is the plan of the Father 100. Until, Deborah, they are destroyed. Until they are destroyed. Until they are destroyed. That sounds like an assurance that somebody in the house of Israel is going to be totally destroyed. Okay? Here in Isaiah chapter 3, okay, and verse 25. Thy men shall, so it's telling the women, thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in the war. That's have to happen in Sister Deborah's eyes and those who have been given the eye to see. And that's what I see it. I see. Judith think, first Judith don't know anything about he's Judith. But Judith don't need to know that he's Judith. Judith don't need to know that he's anything. Because Judith has a heart to serve darkness. You would think the 8% out of 100 that said they know who they are as Judith would teach the light so that Judith would see the light. But the Father has spoken to me and I see it. I see it. They are not connected to anything that tells them who they are, because they are sold over to darkness and wickedness. When I sit back and I watch Europeans, African American people, especially men, on this Facebook talking about African American people have issues. I cannot, and I will not deny that it is a lie. It is facts. And because Judith reject Deuteronomy 28, by teaching it, finding out who they were, but not understanding. Now that you know who you are, now teach the others spirit and truth, the light. Instead, you taught them the lie. How is it in Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 25? How is it going to speak on the level in verse 25? Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in the war. And then it begins to tell you in 26, and her gates shall lament and moan, and she being desolated shall set upon the ground. So how do they get 7 women to 1 man in the next verse? Did you not see Isaiah chapter 3 verse 25 telling you the men are going to lose their lives? Even those who think they tough? But no, you bypass all of that and you drop down to the next couple of verses saying 7 women to 1 man. You see how sick you are? Don't forget now what it says in 25, Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 25. He's telling you all the men were killed. I'm speaking of brothers, sons, fathers, uncles, grandpa, husbands, brother-in-law, cousins, males. You're dying. So I see it already. And not one Judah will stand in the gap. Not one bishop, not one pastor, not one priest, not one scholar, not nobody that proclaimed that they serve a creator will stand in the gap and say, hold up, y'all. We went the wrong way. We're in trouble. And guess what? I see Yah holding back his right hand. You know what that means? You know what that means? Judah, Israel, and I'm not talking about that one over there. The same time, every other country is going to lose. You're going to lose as well. Life. Deuteronomy 28 gave you an end game. And every last one of you reject the end game. None that you read it. And every time I go back to Romans chapter 1, when it's saying, but Deborah, I put it in them. But they wanted unrighteous instead of righteous. They would rather believe the lie than the truth. But I put it in them so they have no excuse. So you see how it ain't important that Sister Deborah get on here hooping and hollering, trying to teach you something that cannot be taught to you. Yah has mentioned it in several verses. You cannot be taught because he already put it in you. See, everybody looking for somebody to tell them. And this is another sad thing. If I'm on here, listen to this. If I put up 2,000 videos, I didn't just put up 76 in a new video. New channel. People still looking at me cockeyed. Like I ain't said nothing. You see? They gone. So I, Sister Deborah, come to tell you this day. I see it, the Father's right hand being held back from Judah. So all of these things that's happening, you ain't seen nothing yet. But it is Yah's will that you feel it. According for you to see it. You're going to have to feel it. And what do you mean, Deborah? It has to come straight through your house, from your front door to your back. And you ain't feeling it because you all righteous and you upright. No, no, no. He's going to show you always been a liar. He's always going to be true. And showing us the consequences of our men that's out here and fully have rejected him. Even the 400, past the 400 years, even the 8% that say that they are wicked, they have rejected the Father 100%. He don't have no problem with that, because everything he said to me today, I see it. I put it in them, Deborah. I already put it in them. Did you all know when Adam and Eve had sinned? He said, now they become just like one of us, knowing something. Why is they knowing it now? Because he put it in them to know the difference. So you all out there, standing out there, high and mighty, it's already in you. It's already in you. Can't nobody take from you what he already put in you. That's what is in Romans chapter 1. He said, I put it in them, so they are without any excuse. Now, when I see that, I don't see it like it's read without any excuse. I feel that thing. Now, man can put it in there delicate. See, that's where the problem is at. When man wrote this, let me cut this light on. Let me do this here. Let me cut this here off. I don't think I have any lighting. Excuse the house, you guys. Sister Deborah should have transitioned by now. I'm just having a time. But don't expect all of these people out here call themselves prophesying. Guess what? They're going to be left. Let me take these glasses off so it won't keep bouncing onto them. They're going to be left. Because I don't think, it ain't that I don't think it. It's nothing in individuals that gives them the understanding of what's taking place. I see it. I see it. I can only think that they have glued in their minds and in their flesh heart that they are on the mountaintop with Yah. And can't nobody change none of it. That's why none of them go out on the highways and byways. That's why none of them go anywhere. They have no work. They have no labor. They have no fruit. But they have the audacity to come on YouTube looking for Sister Deborah to say something. For what? We are on a different team, people. That's what a lot of you all don't understand. We're going in two different directions. Ain't nothing fake about Sister Deborah. I am who I am, a servant of the Most High Yah. You see? So now I'm looking at this and I'm like seeing this. I said, so Father, your hand ain't going. He said, do you see my hand? It's held back. That means where we at, not just today. We've been here. The hand of Yah. So Judah, Israel, every time in history, you had to fight a battle where there was way more against you. Yah always intervened. I, the prophetess in the wilderness, in this day, come to tell you, Yah is holding back his right hand. So let people go on and prophesy their lies. Let people go on and prophesy their understanding. Let people go on prophesy. I'm called for this. I'm called as this. I'm called as this. I'm called as this. And I sit back and I said, but Father, when they finish talking, none of them is talking about the body you created. They won't even get into the body. They won't even fellowship with the body. They won't even support the body. He said, but Deborah, you see my hand. I see the Father's hand being held back. No wonder we having the tribulation, the perilous times, the lawlessness, the judgment of the Most High Yah, because his hand is held back. I had an example yesterday, which was Sunday. And I was so angry with the Most High Yah. But yet, I kept saying, I know that's you. I know that's you. No, that's you. I used to own a thrift store, and I had to close it down because it wasn't getting any business. But I didn't want to take what I had in the thrift store and just give it to the one-eye man, which is Goodwill. So I put it in this garage of this house, and it was so much stuff in there, I have to transition out of the house. So therefore, I didn't know what to do with the stuff. So I decided I'd give it to everybody free. So I went on Facebook, Craigslist, and posted all over the place free items. You have to understand. Friday, it said no rain. Saturday, it said no rain. Sunday, it said no rain. Monday, it said no rain. Tuesday, it said rain. So this was Sunday when it said no rain. So I went to get bags at Aldi's. So each individuals can get bags and just get whatever they want. I went in and it starts at 3 p.m. I went in, I said, okay, it was 20 minutes to 2 p.m. I said, I'm going to go inside and I'm going to take a shower and I'll be back before 3 o'clock. You know, I'll be ready for to open up the gate so everybody can come in. You have to see my phone is full with people. People coming to get everything. By the time I opened the door, all of a sudden this cloud came over the house. And when I said, what is this? Oh, what is this? I didn't know what was going on. All of a sudden, it wasn't normal rain, you guys. It was like big drips or drops of water, and you could feel them, you know. Yeah. All the stuff was just out in the opening. And it rained hard and hard and hard for 4 long hours. Enough to have destroyed everything with water. And every moment of them 4 hours, I said, I know that's you. What are you saying? They are not entitled. Don't give them nothing. Father, come on. Because I was saying my little prayer. I said, oh, Father, I hope everything's go okay and the people take it all and everything is good. People were coming from a long place, a long distance to come. I said destroyed that day. It destroyed. Everything was soaked with water. It rained 4 hours straight. So I had about 15 people come, and they were saying, I can't believe this rain. Every last one of them said, where did it come from? We trying to understand. It said sunny all day and hot. Where did this sun came out of nowhere? Out of nowhere. And you know what they remind me of? We are down here planning things for a better tomorrow. We better get our tails somewhere and sit down and glorify him today in hope that he'll let us run on with him tomorrow. You see, I had no other way of getting rid of all of this stuff. And I just thought, okay, I'm going to give it away. And the people in the community, they were so happy. They was like, oh, you're going to give it up. They just couldn't believe it. But I had no other choice. I had no other choice. And I thought that I was doing a good thing. My ex-husband said, you don't see nothing wrong with that? I said, yeah, I see something wrong with it. It don't make sense, do it? He said, no, it don't make sense, Deborah. It don't make sense. It didn't say nothing about rain, y'all. About 15 people came, and guess what? All 15 said, they came separate times, but they all said, where did this rain come from? It was nice and sunny up until 2 o'clock. Yes, it was. Because I was getting ready to step in the house to take a shower so I can go back out when it's time 3 o'clock to allow the people to come in. And I saw that, y'all, different. I saw it. I see it different now. It showed me something totally different. And in that moment, he was telling me, you got to see it different there. So I see it different. I see it. I had no idea that was going to happen, but I see it, what he's saying. I see it, what he's doing. I'm not exempt, you guys. I'm not exempt. I'm still yet trusting him 100 in the fullness of that right hand power. I'm still trusting him in it. But I see it, that hand. You all, I said a prayer, Father, I hope this cloud don't come bring no rain. And my ex-husband said, it said it ain't gonna rain. I said, I see it. It said it wasn't gonna rain, but it looks like it's a heavy cloud. And maybe it's just that cloud over the house. Guess what, y'all? 4 hours. Flood. It wasn't just a basic rain. It was a flooding sort of situation. I see it, yeah. Hand. His hand didn't come to stop the rain or to answer my prayer. Mm-hmm. Let it not rain. Let this cloud not bring rain. The moment I went into that house to grab the door, I looked up. I said, what is that? And I began to say, Father, please let this not rain until all this stuff is taken. Please, Father, don't let it hold it back. And I'm just knowing that he's going to do that. I see it that he is not using that hand, y'all. He's not. I see the hand of Yah being held back. And I send a sign out there to Judah. All these 400 and some odd years, you refuse and reject teaching generational, the truth of anything. He said you know it because he put it in you. But you would rather teach them the lie than to give them the truth. I see it, the right hand of the Father. So many of you all, when things get to that point, understand that hand ain't coming to get you out. That right hand is not coming to get you out. We're about to see it all for what it was said it would be. And many of you all are out there with nothing that's showing you that you're doing anything. It ain't like you really have to do anything because he said, I put it in them. He said he even gave the gift without repentance. So there's so much he has invested in us. Why should he turn around, invest so much in us, and we standing around here like we all that and some, and we don't have to be representative of his. We just standing back, feeling that he has to have his T's crossed and I's dot when it comes down with what we feel and how we feel things should go. You see Europeans already trapping. No, they ain't trapping. Let me stop. Take that off, Deborah. They're not trapping. Europeans in plain view. Plain view. Destroyed Judah. And Judah standing around here grinning and killing up their own people. Judah is going into places and killing. See, y'all might think this. Y'all think this thing is something to play with. You think this thing is just something. No. This is what I try to tell you. They gone. You don't want to believe it. You don't have to. That's why you go. But because the Europeans are preparing the racial war, Yah's hand is held back. So it's many things that's going to be allowed. I see it. I see it. I couldn't understand why a people was like they were. I see it. The end game of it. Because they never put an effort. And y'all knew that they wouldn't. So he made sure he got him a handful out. Anytime, let me say that another example. When I go around people, I used to be able to go places and be around situations. I can't do that anymore. I can feel it in the spirit. I can see it in the spirit. Things ain't what it appeared to be or what it looked to be. It's great evil. And if it's before me, I see it. And I say unto you, you can stand around and proclaim you're on the mountaintop with Moses. And Yah and you got a special relationship. And if Yah ain't revealed to you what he has revealed to me, you ain't got nothing special, baby. Outside of your feelings and your emotions that's telling your mind you in there. You're going to get an opportunity to see how far in there you are. Because that's what it's for. That which you do on the earth is going to be judged right here. That which you do in the spirit, it's going to be judged in the kingdom. Many people on the earth and got away with things for 100, 120 generation and generation and generation. That's because their end game is in eternal hell. And they right now they figured, hey, it's never going to be an end. That's why I can't believe that there's no such a thing as the lake of fire. There's no way you're going to be on this side living all these years doing evil and wicked and then die and end up in the kingdom. But that's the mindset. That's all they know, why they living in the flesh. They ain't worried about what the kingdom is. They figured, hey, if it's this good in the flesh, I'd rather live it this way on this side. Forget next on the other side. I don't care to know. Same mindset with Judith. The same thing that Judith would see others saying and doing, I cannot stop from telling you all, I see it in them doing the same thing or worse. One, I heard at least 6 individuals, 2 European and 4 Judah, talk about what Judah is doing today. And the way they talk, it ain't pretty. People are not caring about seeing. But I see the war already. And the percentage of Judah would not survive. You're only 13 to 16%. They got everybody. Europeans is 57. Guess what? They got Orientals on their side. They got Mexicans on their side. They got the Indians on their side. They got the Africans on their. The Africans is over here on their side. You're all alone. You're right where y'all want you to be. But I'm here to tell you, he says he's not going to stick that right hand power out to you. I see it. The Father's right hand being held back. I see it. There is a behavior that's taking place amongst Judah, and it's a behavior of 2 different things: stone cold evil and stone cold silent. There's 2: stone cold evil and stone cold silence. And they really are boasting the fact that they have guns. To me, that's a mental issue. You ain't got a war to win with the guns you have. You done killed up too many of your own people with them. You be lucky to you if you got any bullets. That's how bad Judith has lived their life. They'll be out of bullets probably less than 1 week. And they're triggering down, taking your lives, and you are too ignorant to see it. I'm watching them take your life. I'm watching it, y'all. I'm seeing them doing this. And you're around trying to support wrong with Judah instead of trying to support what's right. What is right, Deborah? The Most High, y'all. I knew it. You don't want that to be right because you can't control it. You can't prove it to be what you want. But it's over. Now it's time for you to see what I see. Only thing I would feel sad about It's not only will you see it, you're going to feel it. And I'm not talking about in the spirit. I'm not talking about almost in the spirit. I sit back and think about how many times I talk about the body of Hamashiach, but you can't seem to get the body of Hamashiach to go come to a oneness. You know why? I see it now. Everybody that say they in the body ain't in the body. Matter of fact, it's very few. The name of the game is claiming it and naming it and claiming it. But when it all said and done, we're in the day of seeing. It's being seen. All that's on the earth is being seen clearly. And it's being seen clearly through the spirit realm, that you see it for really what it is in the spirit. So you won't be confused in the natural. Because the natural tell, oh, she just talk about us. We ain't doing it. That's people who are already sold out to hell. And they're going to ride it for all it's worth on the earth. But I, Sister Deborah, say to you, I see it. The right hand of the Father is not coming to protect you or save you out of the prophecies. No, he's not. That's why Isaiah 3:25 tells us women of Judah that I'm going to destroy them, the men and the mighty ones in the war. That's why Deuteronomy 28 says, until they are destroyed. That means you're going to be in this land until you are destroyed. Y'all's right hand, I see it, is being held. When I stand back and I watch how everything wrong is being shown to be right and people connecting with the wrong being right and knowing that it's wrong. But yet it's a better connection for them to accept the wrong being right. It gives them a better feel. So they're connecting to wrong, calling it right. They're on here trying to pretend that Judah can take care of its own. Judah can stop all of this racist. Judah can stop the KKK. Judah can stop this racial discrimination. Judas can stop this here. Women, you're going down with them. Judah ain't never been able to stop nothing. Even back in the ancient days. Every war and battle David fought, it was caught the right hand of the Father. Any situation any of us were in Israel and Judah was the right hand of the Father. What I today tell you, the Father have allowed me to see. His right hand is held back. You want a battle, you got it. You had 405 years to look to the hills from whom it your help. Nothing they did to you, how they treated you, how they hung you, how they took from you, everything they did to you didn't give you the heart to change and to turn your face to Yah, even to today. And our sisters, I'm going to back it out, our women are supporting our men in trying to fight a battle they cannot win. They have never, ever won a battle. It was always the right hand of the Father. So if you think today in the land of your captives, it's you about to fight a battle and you going to win, most of them would say to Sister Deborah, well, I might not win, but I'm taking many down with me. Guess what? It don't matter how many you take down, y'all all going the same place for eternal. How about that? How about that? Because people don't understand it's about that inner man being right, not about how the outer man can conquer its emotions and its feeling and what it want to do on the outside. Never learning who are you on the inside. It's a sad thing. People come and go. I mean, they live and die not knowing they had another being inside that was different than the one on the outside. At least it was willing. They come and they go, even to today. Judah has no idea. They're killing you by numbers as I speak. So many of your the brotherings are missing. They're kidnapping the kids. And you all are supporting. I hear I hear the women. We need to fight back. We need to do this. We need to do that. Yeah, you need to. Because if you think in the right hand of the Father is going to fight for you on this land, no, he is not. There's many things he have said that have shown you and have told you you in this alone. But what did you all do? Sister Deborah tried to come into a unity for the body of Hamashiach, and I realized what y'all was trying to tell me all the time, but I just kept not taking it. And I said, why is it you're going to form a body of Hamashiach, and then the body won't come to any type of unity, even if it's just the ones? They're not going to, because they see themselves outside of the body. They focus themselves to be something on the outside of the body, not knowing that in the body are the eternal life. See, they didn't know that. It's not who you are on the outside of the body. That's not eternal life. It's who you are on the inside to make you eternal life. See, they didn't know that, Deborah. Even if they did, they didn't care. Because the life in the flesh outside of the body of Hamashiach is more pleasurable and acceptable to people because they want to live that flesh out. They just want to continue to portray their end when they're really on the outside, portraying they're on the inside. But the body of Hamashiach is what he's coming for. And if you think what is actually taking place on this earth, let me tell you, you thinking that all this taking place, he gonna come get me? No. He know who you are. He know who we are. And if we have not shown anything outside of the way of the world in us, then how should he know who you are if that's how you live your life for the flesh? You see? It still don't make sense to you because it wasn't created to make sense to you. That's another thing he was telling me. It wasn't created. A lot of people talk about, and this is because they went in and they smeared some things. Many are called, but few are chosen. I was dealing with that a couple of days ago, and I was saying, many are called, but few are chosen. That's powerful if you really look at it in the way I see it. See, we thinking a different way, but let me kind of put it the way he was telling me. He said, for example, I chose a people. Many were called by my name, but only a few of them was chosen out of it. That's that small remnant. You see? You see? That's that narrow gate, Deborah. See, they don't get it. See, they turned it and taught it a way that made you feel assured that you in that line of the narrow gate. Or you in there. But when you say many are called, few are chosen. What's the difference from the called and the chosen? What is the difference? From heavens did he call a nation of people to be by his name, but only few was chosen out of the nation itself. So Sister Deborah is going to end that. And I also was given a verse, and it was in 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 16. Let me see if I can pull that up. And that's why I know it's a beautiful thing to 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 16. This is where I know that things are not the way people have been taught. And if you're taught a way, it's because you are of that way in which you are taught. That's why he says, study to show thyself approved. Rightly dividing. Some need to be divided. The word of truth. He's telling us right there. Study it, but rightly take out the word of truth. Divide it from these words. Now listen to this. 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 16. All scriptures is given by inspiration of Yah. That's it. I don't need to go no further. Right there tells you Yah did not say this. This is man. So when all of these people preach, teach, minister, instill in everybody that this is the word because of this same verse, 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 16. All scriptures. First and foremost, that right there tells you something wrong. Oh, man didn't wrote it up and wrote it down and smeared it, but yet they want you to know all scriptures is given by inspiration of Yah. This is a man saying this. And it's most likely it's not Timothy. It's most likely not Paul, but it's most likely those who have smeared it and changed it to fit what they want you to always believe. And here we are today, you still believe in it. That's a powerful thing, y'all, all those years, and you still believe in it. Just take a look at it. 2 Timothy chapter 3. You don't see where it says, and Yah said, and the word said, and Yah said, and the word said. It don't say that because that's not what Yah said. Yah is not telling you this. This is flesh telling you this. Ooh. Listen to what it says. All scriptures, that's flesh, is given by inspiration of Yah and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instructions in righteousness. Now, how are you going to say all these scriptures is for instructions in righteous? Righteous is something Yah is. Righteous is something that he gives us, brand us with. You see? So they don't understand what righteous is. They added all of this so that you would think that everything in here is true. And I'm done with that. Because that right there tells you, you don't see where it says, and the word said, Yah said. That's someone telling you. Yah is not telling them that. And they're not saying it's Yah. They're not saying it's Yah. They're not saying Yah told them. Yah said. Yah told us. No, they're saying this themselves. So that shows you all these hundreds of years, people use that to prove that this Bible is the word of Yah. That was another one I was shown by the Spirit, just showing me how far people are from the reality of truth. And they will live and die believing they lies. I see that we are in trouble. Many are in trouble. Let me say it like that. Many. Shalom and shalom.